Good afternoon, everyone. 4 o'clock here in the UK. On Tuesday, the 4th of May, the front page of VectorVest US says it all. The American stock market slipped today. UK market still catching up from yesterday, especially resource stocks that have a very good run, and it's really nice to see Polymetal at the top of the FTSE 100 gainers. But as you can see, the number of decliners well in advance of the advances, and the Dow down 278 points, the Nasdaq down 2.33%. So really being felt in the tech stocks. If we have a look at the S&P itself, that's the S&P. That's what's happened today. And as you can see, it's dropped out of this range. All the moving averages are still positive. It's only got back to the 21-day moving average, so it's hardly the end of the world. And I would suppose that it's going to come down at least and run these stops along here. So 4117, somewhere down below that. That's where I think the next support will come in. Okay. I have the short-term chart here as well, and that's what's happened. I'm still holding a short position, and certainly that's the first 5-minute bar, and after 5 minutes, and certainly in the pre-open as well, there were many more decliners and up stocks, and I felt that was a good place to actually take a little bit of a short, and I'm still holding a short in that. There is support at this level. If we go back to the S&P chart, just go to that for a moment. As you know, I favor the 78% retracement, and around this level, there is a 78% retracement of that range coming in at about 4145. So could see a little bit of support here. Through that, then we're heading down, but at the moment, that level holding the market, and you can see support has come in again. So still holding a short, but my other positions not looking so good. Horton's up on the day. Applied Materials down. I'll show you the chart in a moment. Apple is down. I got stopped out of apps again. That's twice in a row I've got stopped out of apps. And certainly given back quite a bit of profit in Lulu. And Upstart, I think, is going to be another stop loss as well. So that hasn't performed that well. Let's have a look at Upstart. Still okay. That was my entry point here, and certainly going to come down and run the stops of 2 or 3 days ago. Probably has done that already. So it's not the end of the world here. But I was expecting a much faster move than that, but that's what you get for expecting. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. I bought a little bit of Nucor on Thursday or Friday last week, and it's done quite well. Got in late because there was a really classic spring on this, and if I put volume on, it rose and rising volume, went sideways on falling volume, and then broke out. I got in a bit late as it broke up through here. I did a scan of 52-week highs or something, and it came up in that. I like the look of it. Applied Materials. Well, I'm still holding a long position in this, and that is the situation today. I think there's another spring setting up. I bought into it just here, and I'm holding half the position. We shall see whether that is in fact going to be a good strategy or not. Maybe I should have got out of it up here, but trying to hold them. And to me, if I see a green bar here, I'm going to add to that position again for another spring up. As you can see, the VectorVest valuation is a mile up the page. So possibly another setup in AMAT over the next day or two. Now gold. As you can see, GDX is hanging in there today, and gold had a really cracking day yesterday, and it's hanging in there today. I think what's really important is that low of last Wednesday or Thursday didn't break this range. So it came back, and clearly somebody got a really beautiful trade at long at 1757. Yesterday was a very good day for gold, and that was based, of course, on the manufacturing prices increased yesterday, and that's inflationary. And Warren Buffett, of course, has been saying that prices are on the up and up. That's what he said at the weekend. He also said there's a ton of inflation around. Meanwhile, Yellen said there was no inflation. And Mr. Powell said we can handle any inflation. So the market would seem, certainly the gold market would seem to have taken its cue from Mr. Buffett's comments. So that is a very important level. As I've said to you many times before, that's in fact 62% of this range and 38% of the bigger range. So that 1800, a very impressive figure. But I think what's really good is that this market didn't overlap or didn't break into this previous range, which adds a little weight to the evidence that we're starting to see an impulsive move up here as opposed to a corrective move. If this low had impinged on these highs, then classic theory would say that that looks more like a corrective move than an impulsive move. So a breakthrough 1800 would be a big move up for the gold market. In the UK, I've done nothing, but for once I've got a little bit of money to spare there after selling a share about 10 days, 2 weeks ago. And I'm still holding the same little band of shares. They've done exceptionally well for me. The portfolio is well up. This Canos I'm worried about. It had a good day on Friday. SLP looking good. And Italia Mining, somebody emailed me a while back that it's having a really cracking day today. So I'm reasonably happy with them all. Polymetal, I think it was second highest riser on the FTSE 100 today. So with any luck, that's going to keep going for us. It's on a hold in Vector Vest. It was on a sell for a while. As you can see just here, I elected to hold on to it as long as it stayed above this 62% retracement, which in fact made this fairly perfect flag pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I thought it was going to come back, and with any luck, today I believe it's up around 1550. So with any luck, that will be a rising bottom. That'll be the first rising bottom for a while, and that would be very positive indeed. The next target would be to break this trend line. If it breaks and closes above that little trend line, which I think you can draw quite easily, everyone, then, as I keep saying, the ball would be in and the game would be on. So I've sweated it out in this for quite a long time. I'm itching to add to some more gold stocks. I know many of you follow silver stocks as well, and technically silver actually looks much stronger than the gold market. Just historically, I've always personally followed the gold market. 4D Pharma is still forming a base. It's a relatively small position for me. And I'm getting very interested in a small little company in the US, a copper miner called Phoenix. I'll speak about that next Monday afternoon at our Vector Vest Q&A. So folks, if we go back as we normally do at the end of these to the American market, very little change, massive down day. But the trend on the American market still up and strongly up, and that low, which is 78% of the last range, there are bulls around, and I assure you that this market can bottom out here. If this level goes, then we can in fact come back quite a bit, as you can see, sitting exactly on that 78% retracement. And if that goes, then I was certainly going to run these lows. Trend is still strongly up. On Vector S, the short-term trend is down, been down for the last 3 days now. the medium term, the DEW is up, and the longer term confirmed call still up. So quite happy to hold swing trade positions as long as the DEW is up. So I hope you found this useful, and I still think that we've got a run in this market over the next few weeks, and I'm reasonably positive. So I'm certainly not selling in May and going away unless I see a deterioration in the trends in both the UK and the USA. At the moment, I don't see that at all. Okay, they're still trending above a 21-day moving average, and apart from the short-term trend, everything else is positive in both countries. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.